the Earth's space. That's from sea level to 200 miles out in space. They do not know what will happen. My brother, what effect a hydrogen bomb would do to stars and sun and moon and nebulars. They don't know, but they're still exploring those hydrogen bombs and nuclear things out in outer space. Come on. The Bible tells you that the constellation is to be shaken and the earth is to be moved out of its place. So devastating is going to be the effect of hydrogen bombs. In the record of the Bible, in Revelation 13 chapter and verse 13, the Bible tells you of the kingdom that brought into power, the beast kingdom. The Bible tells you of that kingdom they had power. They had power to command fire to come down out of the heavens in the sight of man. They're going to be able to control planet Earth from outer space, according to the record of the Bible. I told that in 1933. Horsdale, who was Secretary of State under Truman, said we can build it for $16 billion. They spent $189 billion and haven't built it yet. A place out in space to control planet Earth. No missile, no radar installation could affect it in time to stop a missile from going in outer space back to Earth, to wipe out the human family. But they're going to be able to control missiles and hydrogen bombs from outer space. Come on. I call your attention to these facts because the Bible said there be signs of the heavens above and the earth beneath. In the earth beneath, they're exploding hydrogen bombs in the caves in Russia and in the underground places. They're exploding hydrogen bombs underneath the earth, like they did in New Mexico. Hear me one thing right now. They've been able to explode those hydrogen bombs out in Russia, but how many of the Russian scientists can tell you the effect of a hydrogen bomb on the great crevice that runs from all the way outside of Moscow down across Turkey and under the Mediterranean and across Palestine, which is the largest crevice on planet Earth. I stood there in 1949 the first time, and in that year I stood there with a leading scientist known as a leading scientist. He's pointed to the crevice of the rock there and said it's one of the greatest evidence that Christ was raised from the grave that the scientific world can prove. I said, Doctor, tell me, sir, what would happen if the hydrogen bomb wasn't exploded on me here right now? He said, this Mount of Olives is divided asunder because of the crevice there already. I said, did you know that the Bible says it's exactly what would happen when Christ returns? And opened up the Bible and let him read it in Revelation 6, that when Christ returns in judgment, the sixth seal shows you there's a great earthquake. Revelation 16 chapter, when the vials are poured out, there's a great earthquake such as none of the earthquakes or mighty an earthquake. And when I know the Mount of Olives is going to cleave in the midst thereof as a result of an earthquake is recognized in Zechariah 14. Come on. And he stood there, tears flowing down his cheek, and wanted to examine those passages with me. And he said, the ecstasy, the unknowing of the human family, what they're doing in Russia now is creating a condition to bring Jesus Christ back to earth. Well, that's the biggest crevice. That's the biggest, my brother, the biggest bump in the whole world. You can go around the entire world and ask any leading scientist, where's the biggest part at? He'll tell you it runs right across the Mediterranean, right across the Mount of Olives. We'll tell you there's signs in the earth beneath. The Bible said there's signs in the moon. The moon, my brother, has changed its course due to the fact of nuclear warfare, nuclear weapons being used in outer space and affected the weather conditions of the world. Somebody asked me what I thought about UFOs. I said UFOs are nothing but a psychological condition that occurs in the mind of a man when he cannot figure out, my brother, the laws of physics that are affected by the use of hydrogen bombs in space. I saw a nuclear, what was supposed to be a UFO, a big ball of fire hang down and suddenly shoot the other way, right straight up in front of our own eyes. The United States Air Force tried to come down there to get an investigation of what we saw. And the colonel of the United States Air Force, that division, said to me, "What do you think it was, Dr. Lindsey?" I said, "Nothing but, my brother, but an effect of hydrogen bombs being used." 20 years ago, they had, my brother, more UFOs as shown are supposed to have discovered and seen. Why? Because both Russia and the United States was exploring hydrogen bombs in outer space. Come on. You don't hear much about UFOs anymore. Why? Because they quit exploring hydrogen bombs and nuclear weapons in outer space. But they're going to start it again. Hear me now. The signs of the heavens above the earth beneath. The weather conditions of the world have changed. Earth has been affected by nuclear bombs being, nuclear weapons being exploded in the heavens above. Earth has been affected by nuclear bombs being put in caves and exploded in caves in the underground rooms. All this, brother, is getting the world ready for the end time when the hydrogen bombs will blow, my brother. Hydrogen bombs will destroy 1/3 of the human family off the face of the earth in less than 30 days. Read Revelation, 8th chapter, 9th chapter. 1/3 of those in the sea die. 1/3 of the fountains of waters are affected by it. And 1/3 of every living creature dies because of it. Come on. You say to me, "Preacher, if this is happening right now, how close are we to the coming of Jesus?" Listen to the language of the Bible when Christ comes. It says that the prophet should receive their rewards, both small and great, and should destroy them which would destroy the earth. Now the Bible tells you that the reason Christ is coming back is to stop men from destroying planet Earth. And there's not a scientist on earth that wouldn't tell you, and not a man that knows anything about this world that he lives in, would know that the human family is in danger of wiping themselves out. Come on. And if Christ stayed away a little longer, the human family would kill every human being on earth. You see, I'm not afraid of nuclear warfare. I'm not afraid of the Soviet Union ever destroying the United States. They'll never do it. But Old Glory's going down. But Hubert's going up before Old Glory goes down.